Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. YYC Copites, Andrew here. Sorry I haven't been around lately or posted much. I had a family tragedy and it's taken up a lot of my time. I want to say thank you to the Liverpool Supporters Club of Calgary for all your support. It's been great. It's been a really trying time for myself and my family. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. On a lighter note, Larry, I got your comments about the Canucks hat. I can't always do my hair for these videos, so I was up here and found my dad's hat here. So this one's on just for you. I'm missing a star there. Yeah, maybe I'll draw one on right there or something. I just put like a picture of a reed, something along those lines. So yeah, anyway, buddy, this one's for you. The reason we're here, it's Liverpool, it's Manchester City, it's at Anfield, it's Sunday, 9:30 kickoff in Calgary. Guys, if you're going down to the Cat and Fiddle, get there early or you're not going to get a good seat. This place is going to be packed for this game. Sorry I can't be there with you. However, I wish you guys all the best and I hope you have a great time. All right, on to the match, and just a couple of things here. I was reading some stuff on from media coverage and things like that, and obviously Liverpool living rent free in Guardiola's head yet again. Comments here from Guardiola about the late winner against Villa. You know, sometimes Mane dives, sometimes he's got the quality to score a great goal. Blah blah blah. Obviously, this is Pep just trying to maybe get the officials to pay more attention. What we've known from the past is it doesn't really work. So I don't know if you're helping or hindering yourself there. Jurgen Klopp was then asked about his comments and really didn't have much to say. And then in a later interview, after at least seeing it, he comes out and kind of slams Guardiola and claims that, you know, Mane is not a diver. There was contact against the Villa game. It's not like he jumped over a leg. He was actually there was actually contact, whether it was a penalty or not, another story, but there was contact. And I think it was yesterday, Guardiola comes out and says that he didn't mean to call Mane a diver and that he's a talented man, and then he brings his kids into this, and I don't know what's going on there. All I can say is he is just scared out his mind to play this Liverpool side, and who wouldn't be? You know, they're showing all the qualities of championship team or the next champions, winning late games. You know, the old thing of Fergie time. Now we got Jurgie time. You know, 10 points from losing positions, the most in the Premier League right now. So, yeah, why not be a little bit afraid of playing Liverpool? Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff in the media. Obviously, this game is hyped to the max just because of what implications this could have on the title. I'm not going to say we win this game and the title's locked up. It's football. Anything can happen. However, if we do win and go 9 points clear of City, I think they're in for a really rough ride. I know City haven't really played too many of the big six, I guess you want to call it now. They're not even really there. You got Leicester and all that up there, which Leicester right now, just on a side note, just playing some incredible football. So good for them and good for Brendan Rodgers. Yeah, and obviously, if we lose this game, the gap goes down to 3 points. Not something we want. A draw, I guess I would take it as long as we don't lose, keep that gap. But if we want to win the title, this is a game we have to win, especially at home. You best believe that the fans are going to be up for it. Neither team has been playing their best football lately. And if there's going to be any game that's going to happen, it's going to be this one. Couple things that I've noticed just from the squad. I think, you know, obviously, I think Mohamed Salah is kind of struggling for form at the moment. But you know what can you say? The guy's still scoring and creating havoc and drawing two defenders to him at all times, which is creating room for everybody else, which is all you can ask. Just keep putting in the effort. Sadio Mane is on a different level than I think anybody in the Premier League at the moment. Maybe only Jamie Vardy might be close to what Mane is producing. So, yeah, I think we've got a really good shot of taking this game by the horns and just kind of running away with it. So, one of the big things for me right now, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain might be that missing piece that we've needed for a while, and obviously he's been out injured, and He's finally starting to come back into form. I really think he should be starting for us every game, and we'll get into that in the predicted or my hopeful 11. I'm going to call it, not predicted, because you never know with Jurgen as to who he's going to start. Obviously Fabinho left out in the game against Villa, so he doesn't pick up a yellow card and pick up a suspension for this game, which is a smart move by Klopp, and it paid off. I think Adam Lallana did well in that role, and that'll be great. So going into the game, I just think that we're going to see that Liverpool, that cutthroat, that all over you, the intense pressing. These games always seem to produce. Last year, the game at Anfield was a little bit of a stalemate. Obviously, that late penalty miss by Mahrez could have changed the entire season, but luckily for us, or unluckily, whichever way you want to look at it, it didn't happen. So I'd really like to see us come out on the front foot here, kind of the way we did in the Champions League when we knocked them out in the quarterfinals. Or in the game earlier that year where we put 4 past them and just kind of ran with it. So, yeah, hopefully we see that Liverpool side. I guess the easiest way to do this, there's not much to say. I know everybody's excited. So my hopeful 11 in net obviously is Alisson Becker. He's back from injury, and an uninjured Alisson Becker is starting every game for me. Maybe not something like the League Cup, which is just ridiculous what's going on there right now too. But yeah, Alisson Becker in net, he's looking better and better and better. He's more confident. The team seems to be more confident around him. Adrian was a great deputy in his absence, but the team just seems much more assured and much more confident with Becker behind you. And why wouldn't you be? He's the best goaltender in the world. Left back, Andy Robertson. That goal, I think he claimed was his first headed goal he scored against Aston Villa, so good on him. But best left back in the world, might as well be starting, right? Beside him, the big man, Virgil. Maybe not having the season he had last year, but just still an absolute behemoth back there, and his leadership and him commanding that back line is going to be vital in this game. Obviously City have a lot of pace, and so does Virgil. There's a point in that Villa game where he sprinted back and out sprinted Naby Keita, and I think it was Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to catch up to a Villa player and just strip him of the ball and turn it back the other way. So Virgil in there. Now this is where my dilemma sits. It's obviously Matip's out injured, and if he wasn't, he would be starting this game. Joe Gomez not really found his form. Dejan Lovren, he's been great over the years, but he is prone to that big mistake. I would like to see Gomez there just because of that recovery pace with the likes of Sterling, with the likes of Aguero and Jesus and Bernardo Silva, Leroy Sané. I just think that his pace is going to be much more needed than maybe the overconfidence, I guess I would say, of Dejan Lovren, which sometimes is great and sometimes it hurts him. So, yeah, Gomez for me starts beside Van Dijk. Next up, obviously, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I don't know what else to say about this kid. There was a pass against Villa where he just kind of turned and knocked it through the center of the park right onto Robertson, who was sprinting down the field, and just caught him in stride. And it was clean across the pitch. So, obviously a wealth of talent there. I don't know how much longer we're going to see him at right back, to be honest with you. I see him moving into the midfield eventually, but for this game, right back, it's Trent, and I can't wait to see what he does against Sané. He had a little bit of trouble with him. He pocketed him in one game, so that battle is pretty awesome to watch. In the midfield, obviously the first one there is Fabinho. This man, I think, is the first name on the team sheet at the moment. He's just phenomenal, the best central defensive midfielder in England for sure right now. Just his ability to break up plays and read the game, and we're going to need that obviously with the likes of De Bruyne and Bernardo and David Silva and whoever else is in there. We just need him jumping in and getting on these balls and not giving City that time in the center of the park to kind of conduct the way they like to. As I said, this is what I would like to see for my starting 11. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Klopp's probably going to go try and test it. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Wijnaldum and Henderson. I personally would like to see a 4-3 or a 4-2-3-1 in this game, and I think Fabinho and Henderson in the midfield. Henderson playing kind of off to that right hand side, just to allow Trent and Robbo to really push forward and have that coverage. I just think that Hendo going forward, maybe not the best, but in a defensive role and maybe with a little bit of help from Fabinho, who can kind of marshal that, but Henderson can play a little bit farther in front, but cover for Trent is going to be a great option. And then in front of him, I honestly think we need to do something along the lines of Firmino on the left, or Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left, Firmino in the middle, Salah on the right, but having Ox in that side right now, obviously he's got a history of scoring belters against City. And again, he's going to pull that defense out to allow the front three to kind of do what they like to do. Anytime he gets the ball at the top there, they're going to pull out because they know he has that ability to score from outside the box. That's what I would like to see is the three kind of playing just off that lone striker, and having that ability to create and kind of tie up the midfield. I think Henderson and Fabinho can do enough with a bit of help from Oxlade-Chamberlain or Firmino playing kind of a 10 role, would be able to control that midfield enough and put enough hassle on City where they don't have the time to knock the ball around. And then up front, Sadio Mane. What can we say about this man's form? The assist to Robbo, what a gorgeous left-footed cross he put in right onto Robbo's head as he ran in. And then obviously that header, I've watched it about 10 times. He gets kicked in the face pretty much as he heads the ball, and there's very, very few players that can actually find that hole and get the ball into the net from there. So yeah, that's the 11 I'd like to see. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a 4-3-3 midfield of Henderson or Fabinho, Henderson, and Wijnaldum with the front three, which, albeit is probably our best formation. I just think giving us a little bit more creativity in the midfield and a little bit more of an option. That's just one way to get Ox into the side, and 4 goals in 4 games. I think he should be starting. So yeah, other than that, guys, it's as I said, I'm overly excited for this game. It's just going to be on the edge of your seat pretty much from kickoff or even leading up to it. Everybody's going to be up for this game. All eyes all over the Premier League, all over pretty much the world are going to be watching this game because, as I said, it is the 2 best teams out there. And it's a really good idea as to what's going to happen. So, yeah, if you have any comments, if you got your own starting 11 that you'd like to get in there, let me know. Drop it in the comments below. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the little bell so when I get back to doing these things frequently, you get notifications. Any comments from me, please let me know. Other than that, big game. And yeah, come on, Red Men.